There are clearly a number of tasks that fall into the cognitive area where computers perform better than human beings.
When they need to review documents and they're told you have to review 400 documents a day or 600 documents a day or whatever the number is, if you want to stay on the team, they're going to hit it. And there's a great easy way to hit it: non-responsive.
The old joke was if you didn't like something, you just called it non-responsive, because the non-responsive weren't really checked. It was kind of a game, and you did have to be very careful with the people that they weren't just coding them all non-responsive or something, because people would do that.
It was good to move towards a digital solution. You can't search across 100 boxes for keyword terms or concepts or whatnot, which of course you can do while it's digital.
What used to be a room full of boxes that lawyers had to go through, they now need to go through terabytes of data.
If we look back over time in the evolution of litigation, we can see how the process has changed. We go from paper to e-discovery. Now we're using smart technology.
There have been government studies that suggest that machines actually review documents better than human beings do, certainly faster.
They could be in a bad mood and a good mood, and that affects how documents are designated. Have the computer make decisions on the entire corpus of data. Computer never has a bad day, and it can run 24 hours a day, and it's highly consistent, much more consistent than a regular attorney review.
It's not only that it's used to get through a lot of data, analytics and predictive coding and the like, it's used to justify the cost associated with a litigation.
The process is changing through the use of the technology. Sample it, decide what's responsive or not, using attorneys who are subject matter experts in that they are the key lawyers that are working on this particular matter.
You can spend much less money doing it smarter, using analytics, using different algorithms for different particular applications.
Categorization is the cornerstone of predictive coding, which involves training the system to identify responsive and non-responsive documents. Many of the core technologies really come out of the 80s and 90s, and in fact have been around in the legal industry for 8 or 9 years.
As time has evolved and technology has really gotten much better, there are additional techniques that can be used in terms of searching, the use of technology-assisted review using analytics to find out the overall richness of your collection, to see if there is 2% real responsiveness or 50% responsiveness.
If you've got 5 million documents to get through, a predictive coding analysis will tell them how much they have to really review in order to get a significant percentage of responsive documents out of the collection.
Nobody wants to spend $50 million to review that. You can spend much less money doing it smarter, using analytics.
The entire system is being revamped in order to reduce the cost. Part of that is looking at the proportionality, which is going to be a hot topic coming up.
The federal courts have started to rule that the approaches that are outlined in what we all know as predictive coding, this hybrid analytics approach, is good enough. We do realize that it isn't perfect, but there's also a growing recognition that nothing ever was perfect.
That is really why you want to be using the technology. It has no emotion. It has the ability to continue to learn. It will come back with the same results every single time.
The early studies that suggested that data sets were growing at 50% a year are definitely right on the money. For the last 3 cycles, we've received more data than we had since our inception.
Without the use of some sophisticated technology, you're really never going to get through that.